Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you own property in Johnson County, Texas, tax season can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Especially when one simple mistake could literally cost you up to a 38% penalty. Today, we're going to completely demystify the process of paying your property taxes online and transform it into a seamless, stress-free transaction.
Let's dive right in with a number that absolutely caught my attention: 38%. Why are we looking at this? Because this represents the massive financial stakes of getting this process wrong or just missing the deadline. In Texas, if your property tax becomes delinquent, you face these escalating penalties and interest that climb up to 18%, plus an additional 20% attorney collection fee. That is a combined 38% hit to your wallet simply for missing a deadline or paying the wrong jurisdiction. So getting this done correctly and on time online isn't just convenient, it's an absolutely crucial financial safeguard.
All right, so here is our roadmap for today. 1. Preparing to pay. 2. Navigating the website. 3. Making the payment. 4. Confirmation. 5. Troubleshooting. And 6. Additional tips.
Section 1. Preparing to pay. Gather your information. You know, a smooth online payment process actually begins before you even open your web browser. Being prepared prevents you from timing out on the payment screen, which is super frustrating. There are 4 simple things you need to do before logging on. First, locate that physical tax statement that was mailed to you around October 1st. Second, pinpoint your specific account number on that document. Third, decide right now whether you want to pay by credit card or electronic check. We'll go over exactly why that matters in a moment. And fourth, have your physical credit card or your bank routing and account numbers sitting right next to your keyboard.
Now, one of the most common stumbling blocks right out of the gate is the account number. Take a look at the example here. It reads 126-0586-00010. When you type this into the Johnson County database, you absolutely must include the dashes exactly as they appear. The system requires those dashes to successfully pull up your property record, so don't skip them.
Section 2. Navigating the website. Avoiding the jurisdictional trap.
Okay, so we've got our documents ready, and it's time to actually get online. But you'd be surprised how many taxpayers fall into a very specific pitfall. If you just Google Johnson County property tax, you might accidentally end up on the portal for Johnson County, Kansas. Yeah, Kansas. Their portal uses a system called ICANN and has completely different deadlines, December 20th and May 10th. If you accidentally log in there, you won't find your property and you might miss the Texas deadline of January 31st entirely. Please make absolutely sure you are going to the specific Texas URL, www.johnsoncountytaxoffice.org.
Once you're safely on the correct Texas portal, you'll want to click on Search and Pay. If you have your account number, with the dashes, remember, great, plug it in. But if you misplaced your statement, don't worry, the database is highly flexible. You can easily search by your owner name, your mailing address, the physical property address, or your appraisal district number. The whole system is designed to help you find your tax bill, even if you don't have the paperwork perfectly organized.
Section 3. Making the payment. Executing your transaction.
So you found your property record on the correct Texas website and you can see your balance due. Now it's time to actually execute the payment. Pay close attention to this fee breakdown because you've got an important choice to make here that will definitely affect your final total. The Johnson County Tax Office offers you 2 main online payment methods, but their costs are drastically different. An electronic check, or e-check, comes with a very low, flat convenience fee of just $1.50. You simply type in your bank routing and account number. On the flip side, if you choose to use a credit card, you're going to be hit with a 2.40% convenience fee based on your total tax bill. And you know, on a property tax bill of several $1,000s, that 2.40% adds up incredibly fast. Also, keep in mind that e-checks are an online-only transaction.
I know, nobody likes paying fees. I totally get it. So it's really worth explaining exactly why these exist. Under Texas Tax Code Section 31.06, governmental agencies just cannot absorb commercial credit card swipe fees the way your local retail stores do. If they did, it would literally drain public funds. So, the law requires that these processing fees be passed directly to the taxpayer who chooses that specific payment method. Rest assured, Johnson County does not retain a single penny of these convenience fees. They go straight to the payment processors. As a quick aside, if you're thinking you'd really rather not do this over the internet at all, there actually is an automated telephone option. You can call either 800-884-6091 or 1-866-549-1010.
But there are two catches to this. First, they only accept credit cards over the phone, meaning you will absolutely be paying that 2.40% fee as there's no e-check option. And second, you have to manually enter the Johnson County Government Bureau Code, which is 3334444.
Section 4. Confirmation. Securing your payment receipt.
Hitting submit on your payment is an amazing feeling, but the transaction isn't truly complete until you have ironclad proof that Johnson County actually received your funds. Immediately after paying online, you're going to receive an email verifying the transaction. The absolutely crucial point here is that you must save this email. Why? Well, according to the county's guidelines, paid receipts will not be mailed out to you if you pay online. That email is your primary digital proof of payment. Actually, if you're heading to the DMV to renew a vehicle registration later on, you can just show them this paid receipt right from your smartphone screen.
Section 5. Troubleshooting. Common payment issues. Technology can be stubborn, and let's face it, human error happens to the best of us. So what happens when things just don't go perfectly? First up, the classic scenario: what if I can't find my account number? You've torn apart your kitchen drawers, you've checked your filing cabinet, and that physical tax statement from October has just vanished.
Well, the solution is super simple. Don't panic. Like we covered a bit earlier, just bypass the account number field entirely. On the main search page, just type in your full name exactly as it appears on the deed, or simply type in the physical address of the property. The database will automatically query the appraisal roll and pull up your specific account for you. Easy peasy. Now, here's a second, maybe slightly more stressful scenario. What if I don't receive my confirmation email? You hit submit, you see the money leave your checking account, but your inbox is completely empty. You check your spam folder and still nothing. If this happens, don't worry. The county actually built a manual override for you. Just navigate right back to the main collector's homepage where you started the whole process. Click on Search Taxes, look up your property again, and you'll see that the status is actually changed to paid. And right from that screen, you can manually generate and print your official receipt directly from their database. It really is that easy.
Section 6. Additional tips. Deadlines and exemptions.
All right, now that the stressful part is over, let's talk about how to manage the calendar a bit better. Let's look at the actual life cycle of your property taxes on this timeline. Seriously, mark these dates in your calendar right now. Statements are mailed around October 1st. January 31st is the absolute final day to pay without a penalty. On February 1st, taxes instantly become delinquent, and that is exactly when those nasty penalties and interest start accruing. And finally, if you feel your property was valued too high by the appraisal district, your deadline to file a protest is typically May 15th. And here is the absolute best tip of all. Please don't pay more than you legally have to. Johnson County actually offers several really powerful exemptions. The homestead exemption is for your primary residence, and it knocks a massive $100,000 off your school district taxable value while capping your annual appraisal increases at 10%. Now, if you're senior, the over 65 exemption actually freezes your school tax amount, so it literally won't go up. Plus, there are vital exemptions for disabled persons, disabled veterans, and agricultural properties. Just keep in mind, you apply for all of these through the Johnson County Appraisal District, not the tax office.
Before we wrap things up, just a quick note. This explainer is strictly for educational and informational purposes, based on current county data. Tax codes, fee percentages, and portal URLs can and absolutely do change, so always do your due diligence. Verify current procedures, exact fee amounts, and hard deadlines directly on the official Johnson County Tax Office website before making any financial transfers.
We're going to leave you with this final thought. You now know exactly how to pay your taxes securely and efficiently online, and you know how to avoid that devastating 38% penalty. But the bigger question really is, are you paying more than you have to? If you haven't checked your eligibility for a homestead or an over 65 exemption this year, you might literally be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. So take 10 minutes today, visit the Appraisal District website, and make sure you're getting every single tax break you deserve. Thanks so much for joining us on this explainer, and we will see you next time.